Now on CoastTV News.
Week weather-wise with cool temperatures out the door and some clouds mixed with stars. Up and down temperatures are expected this week with late week rain chances possible. I'll have the details coming up.
Millsboro marijuana action. What is expected tonight as the town moves one step closer to putting a ban on recreational marijuana?
Beach Patrol building plans after some issues with its report. Rehoboth Beach's Planning Commission appears ready to move forward with the construction of a new facility.
Dancing around, just good throw in the end zone. His catch is made by Lamb, but he's short. The Eagles will win it.
Game of the year in the NFL lived up to its hype as the Eagles get their 8th win of the season.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is November 6, 2023. It's a Monday. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And we got welcome back, Paige. Got to get that out of the way right off the top. We missed you here.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you because it looks like you might have brought some warm weather with you.
That's right. I think I brought the warm weather. I was in Mexico, brought it with me here to Delmarva, so I'll take the credit for this one.
Take that credit.
Thank you. We'll also give credit to First Alert Meteorologist Bob Trihey, though. We couldn't do it without him. Let's bring him in now. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Paige, and welcome back. Hello, Matt. Good morning, Delmarva. And Paige, I think we did get a little taste of that Mexican warmth this past weekend. It was gorgeous. And now the clocks are back to standard time, so sunrise around 6:30, sunset now around 5 o'clock. It's cool out the door. Temperatures in the 40s and low 50s, 47 Seaford, Redden, 46, 53 in Rehoboth. So you need that jacket for sure out the door. And we've got a northeast breeze right now and some clouds moving in. So we're seeing a mix of clouds and stars. Otherwise, really not a lot going on. We've got a jet stream right over the top of us, some high pressure back to the west as well. So that will keep our weather quiet with up and down temperatures the next few days. 40s and low 50s at 7 by 9 on Futurecast. Looking at a few clouds and temperatures in the 50s by noon. Not bad into the 60s, and by 3:30, maybe a few clouds moving in. I think inland areas are looking at mid 60s, a little cooler along the coast, and not too bad heading into this evening. So all in all, a decent looking day with a mix of sun and clouds. But as I mentioned, roller coaster temperatures and maybe a late week rain chance. I'll have the forecast details coming up.
All right, thanks, Bob. We got some news out of Georgetown where last night a two-car crash happened on Route 113 in Black Oak Road. The alert for this came in around 6:30 p.m. Several people were taken to an area hospital. Police have not released any update on their condition or what caused this crash Sunday night in Georgetown. Now happening today, the start of a 6-month closure of Plantation Road in Lewis. This is part at the connector of the second Lowe's entrance. What it means is, well, the 5 Points project is moving along. Detours to reach the other end of Plantation Road, Route 9 and Route 1 will take drivers on more local roadways. DOT says this closure will allow for the finishing touches to the roundabout that is a key part of that 5 Points project.
Also happening today, Millsboro Town Council reaching the next step with its proposed ban on marijuana sales in town limits. The council will hear the ordinance and possibly vote on the ban at its upcoming meeting. Again, that's today at 7 p.m. Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, they passed similar ordinances banning marijuana businesses like retail stores and manufacturing facilities earlier this summer.
Now we have an update on a story that we've been covering. This is about the future of the library on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Library already announced plans to downsize downtown as it builds a large facility off of Warrington Road. And today, city commissioners will hear a request to modify deed restrictions for the Rehoboth Avenue parcel of land. That's to reconfigure the inside space.
And also in Rehoboth Beach, headway on a headache of a project. The proposed new Beach Patrol and Comfort Station on Baltimore Avenue after debate on Thursday regarding the vacation of part of Baltimore Avenue to build the new facility. The Planning Commission made numerous suggestions for more clarification in the plan. The new station requires about 40 to 50 feet of Baltimore Avenue to be built. Commissioners could discuss the Planning Commission report later this morning.
Well, to the NFL, the Eagles are flying high this Monday morning after beating their arch rival Dallas. Jalen Hurts threw 2 touchdown passes, and the Eagles survived a late Cowboys drive deep into their territory. The Birds head into their bye week with an 8-1 record. We'll have more on this game and other NFL action later on CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Madeline Overturf. I hope you had a great weekend. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Milford students, enjoy your day off. Today, there's no school due to staff development, and Indian River students get the same on Thursday. In Worcester County, plans for delays Thursday on Route 366. MDOT says crews will work weekdays 8 to 5 for a paving project. Good news for the Eastern Shore seafood industry. The Department of Homeland Security planning to make an additional 64,000 H-2B visas available. That would nearly double the amount of H-2B workers currently allowed each fiscal year. Be sure to join us tonight on Coast TV News at 5 and 6 for a look at the future of the Millsboro Police Department. For Coast TV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
Well, maybe you saw him. President Biden has been here along the coast this weekend at his Rehoboth Beach home. He went to church at St. Edmunds on Saturday. Despite the quiet weekend, you may have noticed some ruckus, though, as a civilian aircraft actually violated the temporary flight restrictions Saturday morning. A Coast Guard helicopter was dispatched and that aircraft was escorted away.
And next for President Biden, in just about 6 hours from now, he will board the Marine One helicopter at the Gordons Pond landing site. This is for a quick flight to the Dover Air Force Base. From there, he will take Air Force One, another quick flight, to the Delaware Air National Guard Base in Newcastle. While in northern Delaware, he will attempt to make the case for pumping more money into passenger rail. Biden is scheduled to return to the White House at 3:20 p.m. We're going to take you live now to the Israel-Gaza border. You can see a little hazy skies there on that skyline. They're 7 hours ahead of us right now, so it's just after noon, just after 12 p.m. there from what we're looking at. Israel continues its response to the brutal attack on October 7th by the terrorist organization Hamas. That attack included beheadings of Israeli civilians and the kidnapping of others.
Yeah, while some area leaders are calling for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the United States is calling that action a humanitarian pause to allow aid to enter the ravaged areas. John Lawrence shows us some more.
The Israeli attacks on Gaza have claimed more than 9,700 lives over the past few weeks, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health.
We turned on the torch, and my siblings were alive, but I did not find my father. I finally found him next to me. I moved him. I moved his hands. I moved his face. He did not respond.
The war between Israel and Hamas started last month after a Hamas attack killed around 1,400 Israelis.
Hamas needs to be eliminated. Hamas, working with Iran, has been plotting and planning for months, if not over a year, to invade Israel, and Israel has a right to defend themselves.
On Sunday, the Israeli military said its soldiers have made it to locations along the Gaza coast in line with the expansion of its ground operations.
We're working very hard to make sure that the conflict in Gaza does not escalate, does not spread to other places.
During a whirlwind diplomacy trip in the Mideast, Secretary of State Antony Blinken made an unannounced visit to Iraq Sunday where he refused to support a ceasefire, instead opting for a, quote, humanitarian pause, even though calls for a truce are increasing.
Some who are against a ceasefire argue that it will help Hamas. However, I feel that in that argument they are inherently dismissing the death, in fact, even endorsing and justifying the death of thousands of civilians.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Now, the U.S. military announced a ballistic missile submarine has arrived in the Mideast in what is a message of deterrence toward regional adversaries.
All right, we still have plenty more news to get to this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, one marching band competed at a national championship recently. The plans they have this morning to celebrate the achievement.
Also, the debate over a proposed development in Oak Orchard continues. What the Planning and Zoning Commission could decide later this week.
And Ticketmaster reports record-breaking sales, why the report has mixed messages regarding the company's current legal battle. All that and more when Coast TV News Today continues.
10, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row, brought to you by Pohanka of Salisbury. In 1948, my grandfather created JD Asphalt. Starting as a small contractor, he built his company by providing the highest quality work. 3 generations later, we're still focused on laying down the best pavements possible. Whether it's commercial or residential, we deliver personalized attention with every project, bringing an experienced crew and state-of-the-art equipment out to every job site. That way, we can deliver fast, premium results that last.
Call JD Asphalt now and ask about our 0% financing options.
Join Halo and Coast Country as we ring in the Christmas season with the Collingsworth family's A True Family Christmas on Thursday, November 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Feel the Christmas cheer as they sing family favorites along with timeless classics. Help Halo celebrate 16 years of providing service to the homeless in our community. All ticket proceeds go directly to Halo. To purchase tickets, visit haloministry.org.
Never miss a game for your favorite local team. Take the DSN app with you wherever you go. Whether you're out to eat, camping with friends, or at home relaxing with your family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. Every bump, every set, every spike. High school volleyball lives here on the Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
It is 5:11 on our Back to Work in School Monday morning, and not bad out there. Visibility is good, and our conditions in Laurel right now, 46, and we're looking at dry conditions, and make sure you have that jacket out the door. 40s inland, getting a little warmer as you go a little closer to the coast as we have a light northeast breeze. So we are looking at nice conditions today. We're looking at some clouds floating through, mainly mid to high level clouds. So a mix of sun and clouds will be the rule today. And for the kiddos, off to the bus stop. Be extra careful when you see that stop sign come out on the bus. Make sure you stop. Off to school, 48, dry and chilly, and a little cooler than it has been this afternoon, heading home for the kiddos, around 63.
We got a traffic update in the Salisbury area. Traffic patterns could be disrupted in 4 different areas due to street milling and paving projects taking place. According to the mayor's office, the following roads will be worked on from now until November 20th. Moss Hill Lane from Middle Neck Drive to Birmingham Street, Isabella Street from Division Street to Route 13, Middle Neck Drive from Hammond to Deborah Drive, and then Mill Street from Isabella to Route 50. Mayor's office says drivers should expect delays from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Medical emergency over the weekend. This is in the Potnet's Lakeside area. It required an airlift. And you can see some of the pictures from this on your screen. This was Saturday night. The Indian River Volunteer Fire Company was called to assist the Mid-Sussex Rescue Squad. They established a landing zone for the helicopter. The patient was then transported from that landing zone to a medical facility for further care, and we're still awaiting an update on the condition.
Well, Live Nation, it's the parent company of Ticketmaster, says it's on pace for record-breaking earnings in 2023. And really no surprise here. It's Taylor Swift and Beyonce taking the lead in those ticket sales. Live Nation reports that its strongest quarterly results to date with a record 140 million ticket sales so far this year. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reports the Justice Department is still investigating Live Nation for allegedly using anti-competitive practices to book venues, top talent, and oversee their ticket sales. Well, some good news for some of you. You can now sock away even more money into a 401k or an IRA next year. The IRS announced it's raising the 401k contribution limit to $23,000. That's $500 more than the current limit. Those same limits also apply to 403b plans, most 457 plans, and the federal government's thrift savings plan. Still to come this morning, controversy over the proposed Stillwater Harbor development could see an end this week. We have details of the appeal filed by its developers.
And all is quiet on the boardwalk this morning. Boardwalk Plaza Camp, 53 in Rehoboth right now, and we're looking at up and down temperatures in the next few days. A chance of rain by Friday, possibly lingering into a part of the weekend. Doesn't look like a washout. I'll have the details on the forecast after the break.
Hello, family. I heard we need to discuss our water.
Dad? The neighbors didn't say we needed to discuss our water. They said our water is disgusting.
Be sure about your water quality with a free water analysis from Shore Water Refining.
Tonight, a legend joins The Voice.
Winona!
Queen of the house!
For the epic three-way knockouts.
Squeeze your butt. I do that when I hit high notes. Yep.
We're getting gems over here.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
You're solving a murder on a first date.
Isn't it romantic?
Thank you for doing this with me.
This is the most convoluted excuse a man has used to get me into bed. Very suave, Mercer.
The Irrational, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Swim on over to Solero atop the Henlopen Hotel in Rehoboth Beach for the 2023 Mayor Institute Fundraiser. Come out to the kickoff event Saturday, November 18th at 4 p.m. Enjoy a fun-filled evening, live music, a wine tasting with celebrity bartenders, hors d'oeuvres, desserts, and both live and silent auctions. The fundraiser is the premier fundraising event for Mayor Institute and endangered marine mammals and sea turtles. For more info and tickets, go to mayerinstitute.org.
20 years ago, I escaped from you.
And then you, dear Gabrielle, kidnapped me.
The ones like me that no one else seems to be looking for. My team finds them, and we return them safely. And now, you're going to help.
You think you're not like me?
New case. Where would you have taken her?
I expect you to be brilliant.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Frustrated about your awful water? Don't be. Call Shore Water Refining. Be sure about your water quality with a free water analysis from Shore Water Refining.
It is 5:16 on your Monday morning, and that is a live look right there at Rehoboth Beach on our Boardwalk Plaza cam. No one up just yet. And it's honestly not a bad morning to be outside, though.
Yeah, if you want to get that early morning jogging, it would be a good morning to do that.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, is it just coincidence? But I do believe gold, maybe yellow, appears to be the color of the day here on Coast TV.
Perhaps to a little touch to burgundy and gold.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
You get it?
I did get that, Paige.
Thank you. HTTC. Hail to the Commanders, just in case you didn't catch my reference.
I got that, too.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure the viewers got it, too. You know, Bob, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I got it. I'm still trying to think. My brain hurts thinking about it. Anyway, no. We are like rocking the gold and tan this morning, and we are looking at quiet conditions weather-wise. It was a gorgeous weekend. My goodness, really, really nice out there. And we are looking at up and down conditions as we go through this week. Make sure you scan the QR code right there, and that will get you to the Coast TV weather app. Average high now is 62. We'll be a little bit above that, 64 today. Expect a roller coaster ride up to 74 on Tuesday as the winds turn more to a southwesterly direction. Then it cools down on Wednesday, 63, and then it's back to the warmth again on Thursday, 75. Then it turns really chilly by Friday, maybe some rain at that time, and 58 degrees. Of course, last week we had a killing frost and freeze, but you can leave the plants outside for several days to come. In fact, pretty much all week. It looks like the next chance of seeing any kind of frost would come Sunday morning, and then again next Monday morning as well. Temperatures out the door this morning, 47 in Seaford, Delmar 48, Millsboro 49. We've got 50 in Selbyville, Rehoboth 52, and Lewis at 51 degrees. We've got a light northeasterly breeze. So all in all, a good-looking morning out there. We've got good visibility, and we've got some mid to high-level clouds as well, and nothing in the way of precipitation. So it was a quiet weekend weather-wise. We're pretty much expecting more of the same the next several days. Here's the surface setup. We've got some high pressure that will be building in, so that will pretty much ensure us of a nice day, and more of that high pressure extend farther back to the south and west. Here's Futurecast this morning at 7, 40s and 50s out the door. Make sure you have that heavier coat. And then upper 50s by 9. By noon, we're in the low to mid 60s, so it's going to be a nice afternoon on the way. Maybe a few clouds pressing in as we go into the afternoon hours with temperatures into the 60s and then 50s this evening. And then overnight, we're looking at a warm front lifting in, so we're looking at wind shifting to the southwest, a milder start to your Tuesday, and then And then by Tuesday afternoon, breezy and nice. Low to mid 70s, I think, by the afternoon. But then later Tuesday, we have a cold front sweeping through. That shifts the winds to the northwest, and we start that cool down. So that up and down scenario is on the way as our winds are out of the east as we go into this afternoon, then shifting to the southeast. And then overnight, we'll see a southerly breeze. So that will keep us a little milder, and that continues into Tuesday morning. And at times Tuesday morning, those winds could gust over 20 miles per hour. And with that wind direction, it's ensuring a warm day. But then here comes a cold front tomorrow night, shifting our winds back to the north and northwest. So it's kind of back and forth with these temperatures. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 64 today. You see what I mean on the temperature graph. Up to 74 Tuesday, 63 on Wednesday, and then back to 75 Thursday. And then we could see a cold rain by Friday, 58 degrees, and it's possible that could linger into Saturday. It's still up in the air a little bit, 59, and then much cooler into Sunday. Congratulations to Denise Walstead from Milton. She has a brand new umbrella courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
All right, thanks, Bob. The Delaware State Fire Marshal wants to remind you to check the batteries in your smoke detectors, test them to make sure they're working. State says Delaware has had 11 fire deaths this year. 8 of those who died did not have working smoke detectors in their homes.
This Tuesday, Sussex County Council may make its decision regarding the appeal to a controversial proposed development in Oak Orchard. The 57-acre, 120-home development was originally denied by the Sussex County Planning Commission back in June. But the developer's attorney appealed to the council 2 weeks ago, saying the project will actually contain flooding in that area and will help address the high demand for housing in Sussex County. People who live in Oak Orchard are worried the project is a safety hazard.
Well, the more people, the harder it is, and you need to have a way to get out. And where that development is, it becomes an island pretty fast, but there's no way in or out off of River Road. It kind of floods it. Between that development, it kind of floods and isolates that area. So that's a risk there.
County Council heard the appeal on October 24th. This Tuesday, they could make their decision. That's according to the council agenda.
After the break, one marching band earned their best score of the year at a national championship competition. How they plan to honor those students who worked hard to achieve this. Don't go anywhere on Coast TV News today.
Yeah, we getting all fired up, getting ready for the players when they line up. Think it's time we go and get them lights up. Let them high school lights ignite us. Cause we fighters, coming with a hut like this. Coming with a pick six like that. Gonna be a showdown so big. Think it's time for football night to impact. High school football is everything. Hey, hey, let's go. For the win, for the gold, for the crown, the ring. High school football is everything.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
New episodes of Found, Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams, owner of Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned mattress retailer. Have you ever heard someone say, I'd love to spend $8,000 on an air mattress? No? Me neither. So why break the bank for a mattress you're going to set once and never adjust again? If you need a solution for separate firmnesses for each side of the bed, there's a Split King that can do the job. Your comfort is important, but so is your bank account. Choose wisely.
Mattress Peddlers.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Our goal at Expert Wire is to provide a wide range of quality electrical services with the highest standard of safety and excellence. In the world of wires and watts, Expert Wire is leading the charge for your home EV solutions. Get the fastest charging options at home for your electric vehicle. Remember, leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day. Full details online at expertwire247.com or call 844-350-WIRE.
With all the choices of services around Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields offering the best of Delmarva, including Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, Porch Protection Systems, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Atlantic Tactical Firearms Trainers, Delmarva Dave, Buchanan Subaru, and Floor Coverings International of Middle Delmarva. Delmarva experts, local experts, right when you need them.
Break out the tubas and the trombones. The Parkside High School Marching Band earned some hard-fought accolades over the weekend. It was at the U.S. Band's 3A National Championship in Pennsylvania. Parkside earned their best score of the year, a 95.4. They also won Best Overall Effect and Visual in their group, beating out 14 other schools. Amazing. To celebrate, the band will parade through the hallways of the school. That'll be tomorrow at 10:45.
Well, as Bob told us last week, Saturday was going to be a spectacular day. It did not disappoint. I went to the Penn State-Maryland game with my sons. Good time was had by all. I even got to see one of Paige's good friends, the Turtle. He is a great mascot and a good sport considering Penn State won.
I'm shocked he took a picture with you, but I love that photo. I wish I saw the turtle. I was lucky enough to see Shippo the hippo and Big Red. Those are, of course, from my alma mater, Shippensburg. A great weekend for football, though. We'll thank Bob Trihey for that weather. Although, you know, Shippensburg, Maryland, both lost. Still love you and your mascots.
It was a great weekend overall. And as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, I will take more of what you've been dealing out this weekend. You had the sunny skies, you had temperatures in the 70s. More of that, please.
True confession, I wasn't expecting lower 70s. I backed off from the 70s this past weekend, but I don't think there were many complaints. As I was going upper 60s, I think people will say, hey, we'll take it. Otherwise, we are looking at much cooler conditions today at the beaches. We're going to be into the 60s by noon for Fenwick Island and Ocean City. And I thought this was wrong at 5. I saw the stars. I'm like, no, the sun goes down now before 5 o'clock. We'll see temperatures in the 50s at that time. For Lewis, you're looking at temperatures near 60 at noon, and then low to mid 60s, I think, for highs as we go into the afternoon. Same for Rehoboth, and then by 5, it'll be getting dark. Temperatures in the 50s and waves around 1 to 3 feet. We're looking at those up and down temperatures the next several days. I'll have much more in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
On CoastTV News today, Donald Trump is set to testify in his fraud trial in New York today.
Yeah, we got that information, and even after reaching an agreement with UAW workers, Ford announced layoffs. Well, the president of the local union says the layoffs are not a surprise.
And coming up after that, we have the proposed marijuana ban in Millsboro when a decision on that drug could be made. CoastTV News today will be right back.
Wow, it's so much bigger than you realize. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the largest selection of tile from around the world. And they are the only Dow Tile Premier showroom on the shore. They have the knowledge and expertise to assist architects, designers, and homeowners, and are fully licensed to take on any job from start to finish. Family owned and operated since 1947. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
At the Preston Automotive Group, we believe a coach can have an important impact on their players' lives. And that's why we teamed up with DSN to present the Coach Who Makes a Difference Award.
Coach in your community, Preston Automotive here will donate $500 to that community.
At the end of this year, we will choose 3 of these coaches and award their programs with additional donation.
If you want to nominate your coach, just go to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com and click on the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network and the Preston Automotive Group, together highlighting coaches who make a difference in our community.
Got what it takes to be the ultimate survivor?
Go!
Then apply for the adventure of a lifetime. Join WBOC for a Survivor open casting call Friday, November 10th at Warwick Community College in Salisbury. Go to WBOC.com for details.
Rodents. They contaminate food, invade your home, crawl space, and attics. But did you know rodents can carry an array of diseases that could be harmful to humans across Delmarva? With just one call, we can clobber them all. Pennant Termite's quarterly treatment program is the most effective way to prevent insects and other pests from entering your home. And every service is monitored by our supervisor. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
You've kept me here for months. Now what?
New case. There has to be a trail.
You want my expertise?
You think you're in control, but you're not.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
This is Coast TV News Today.
November 6, 2023. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
5:29 on this Monday morning. We've been talking football a lot the first half hour, and I do feel like I have to bring this one up, Paige, but it looks like I'm getting a free crab cake sandwich.
That was the bet.
Penn State over Maryland.
That's right. I was optimistic in Maryland. Go Terps. But that optimism only gets me so far. Congrats.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't wait.
It might be a crab cake sandwich, though, not a Maryland crab cake sandwich, one from Delaware.
I'll take crab cake's crab cake.
Crab cake's a crab cake. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Bob, were you thinking Maryland was going to win, or were you with my co-anchor here?
I was actually pulling for Maryland to win, but I knew in my heart of hearts that Penn State was probably going to prevail, and they did. And you had to give them a crab cake, Matt. So enjoy. Crab cakes are good. I haven't had a crab cake sandwich, though. Temperatures are looking cool this morning in the 40s and low 50s. 50 in Selbyville, 49 in Georgetown, 53 in Rehoboth, 48 in Milford. So no frosty start out there. Don't need the ice scraper. A little bit of a northeast breeze. And we do have some mid to high level clouds floating through right now. But you can see behind this, we've got some clearing back through Maryland and Pennsylvania. So we'll be in and out of the clouds today with high pressure. And we have temperatures in the 40s and 50s at 7. Here's 9 o'clock on Futurecast. I think we'll see a few more mid to high level clouds and temperatures into the 50s, mid 60s at noon. Long Neck back to Millsboro, maybe 66 in Delmar. A little cooler at the beaches, and then I think we'll see some more clouds build in later on this afternoon. Mainly mid to high level clouds, some of those cirrus clouds, and it cools back into the 50s as we go into this evening. So your drive cast looking pretty good for a Monday morning. Good visibility, and we're looking at dry and chilly conditions that gave the green light, and green light coming home as well. Dry and mild, and temperatures in the 60s.
All right, thanks, Bob. Happening today in Millsboro, the town council there looking to take the next step with its proposed ban on marijuana sales in town limits. Council will hear the ordinance and possibly vote on the ban at its meeting tonight. Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, they passed similar ordinances banning marijuana businesses like retail stores and manufacturing facilities this summer. In
Fenwick Island, the town is asking for comments on potential wind farms. The Bureau of Energy Management is now accepting feedback for 2 more weeks. You have 2 more weeks to give your feedback. Fenwick and Ocean City, they have been vocally against the proposed skipjack wind farm off the Delmarva coast. Developer Orsted recently scrapped plans in New Jersey, but plans to move forward on Delmarva.
We're going to stay in Fenwick Island for this one. The town may go to the dark side. This week, a Dark Skies presentation will be delivered. Dark Skies initiatives help eliminate light pollution through specific bulbs and policies. Rehoboth Beach has been trying to come up with a Dark Skies plan for years there, but Fenwick's presentation, that's happening today at 10 a.m.
In Milton, the town is planning for sea level rise. A report which will be delivered to town council examines flooding due to sea level rise in the town. One point indicates between 10 and 25% of Milton's historical parcels may be or already experiencing some impacts due to sea level rise. The updated study also includes the analysis of the Broadkill River and its tributaries. Some long-term infrastructure and data plans are suggested to town council, who will thoroughly hear that report Monday night.
We'll still got more to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead this morning, we have a lot more news to get to. We're going to talk some national, some local.
We got traffic update in Lewis, and we're also going to take a look at the day in the NFL that's coming up. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Gateway Subaru is committed to providing the best car buying experience on the shore, and now is a great time to own a new Subaru. Our team of friendly, knowledgeable professionals are here to assist you every step of the way. And with an amazing inventory of the latest Subaru models, we'll help you find the Subaru that suits your lifestyle and fits your budget. And right now, take advantage of financing rates as low as 0% on select models. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
The fear of misunderstanding or missing out on conversations can be overwhelming. As hearing fades, so does the connection to others, leading towards isolation and anxiety. An audiologist can test you and find solutions for your hearing loss. Modern hearing aids can improve your hearing and restore the joy of conversations. Call Mast Audiology to learn how Signia hearing aids can treat your hearing loss.
Don't let hearing loss silence your life.
For more information about Mast Audiology, go to delmarvaexperts.com.
purchasing diamond jewelry or any jewelry, remember Robinsons, where we sell only earth-grown diamonds, not the fake lab-created whose values have dropped. Robinsons Jewelers can design or repair any jewelry, as Robinsons is the largest jewelry store on Delmarva with 8 jewelers on staff. Although we are known for being coin and clock experts, we want you to know we are the expert jewelers of Delmarva. Chain repairs to ring sizings to custom-made engagement rings, Robinsons is your jewelry expert.
To learn more about Robinson's family of business, the coin and jewelry experts, visit Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com.
Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers, is looking for your help to stock the shelves at the Joseph House in time for the holidays. The annual Joseph House Food Drive is Saturday, November 18th from 10 to 1 in the parking lot of the Wicomico Civic Center. Please help by dropping off non-perishable food items for those in need. All food donations are accepted no matter your neighborhood. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers.
5:35 on this Monday morning, and it's a cool start to our day, looking at temperatures in the 40s to around 50 in Selbyville. Delmar waking up to 48 for you. Georgetown 49, 50 in Milton, and slightly warmer along the beaches, 53 Rehoboth, Bethany Beach right now at 54, as we've got a northeast breeze at the present time, making it feel just a little cooler. And we've got some cirrus clouds as well way up there. They don't produce anything in the way of rain, but we have those clouds across Delmarva. But we'll see some breaks from time to time in the clouds as we go through the day. Don't need the umbrella. Here's our today's checklist. Heavy jacket this morning, and then maybe a light jacket this afternoon with temperatures in the 60s. We'll see some sun as well. I think hat and gloves are optional. It's not that cold this morning. Don't need the ice scraper, in fact, all week. And I would keep the sunglasses handy for sure.
All right, Bob, thank you. All right, well, I experienced this morning. You'll probably experience it as well. Closure of Plantation Road in Lewis. The long-awaited and the dreaded closure from this connector to the second Lowe's entrance means the 5 Points project is moving right along. Detours to reach the other end of Plantation Road, Route 9 and Route 1 will take drivers on more local roadways. BellDOT says this closure will allow for the finishing touches to that roundabout. MDOT announced a paving project that starts Thursday, November 9th. This will be on Route 366 in Worcester County. MDOT says crews will work weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and drivers should expect single-lane closures throughout the duration of that project.
Well, Week 9 in the NFL, and the marquee game of the day taking place at the Field in Philadelphia. The Eagles, with a league-best 7 wins, were at home with their arch nemesis, the Cowboys, who, with a 5-2 record entering this game, they've been keeping pace in the NFC East. Jalen Hurts looking to crank it up before the game, and the Birds start strong first quarter. Kenneth Gainwell heads to the outside. He's in for the touchdown, and the Eagles open with a 7-0 lead. Cowboys answer. Dak Prescott off the play-action fake, dumps it to Jake Ferguson. We're tied at 7, trailing 17-14 in the third. Hurts loads it up, and there is A.J. Brown. Birds back in front, 21-17. Last chance for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott completes it to C.D. Lamb, but he's short of the first down marker. A thriller in Philly. The Eagles, they make things nervous at the end. They hang on for the win. They head into the bye week at 8-1. Now, earlier in the day in Baltimore, the AFC North leading Ravens taking on the Seahawks. This was a scoreless game in the second quarter. That's when Gus Edwards, get on the Gus bus, punches it in from 4 yards out. Edwards scored 2 in the quarter as the Ravens rout Seattle and improve to 7-2. Washington, losers of their last 5 of their last 6. They're at New England. Second quarter, Brian Robinson will get to the edge. Well, we don't have those highlights right now, but the Washington did win. They defeated the New England Patriots. They moved their record to 4-5. So it's time now for our Coast TV poll. Good day for football fans on Delmarva with all 3 of the regional teams winning. So we want to know which one you think was the most impressive. And the Ravens rout of Seattle. Seattle, good team there. 64% say the Ravens win. Then pretty much split between the Eagles and the Commanders. So if you haven't voted yet, you can do so on our CoastTVnews.com website or our poll, and we'll have updated results later on in the newscast. To NASCAR, and as seen on Coast TV, Ryan Blaney wins the 2023 NASCAR Cup title with a second-place finish at Phoenix. That was tops among the drivers who began Sunday eligible for the crown. It was the first championship in Blaney's career. Well, he had it when it counted most, winning had 2 wins and 2 second-place finishes in the final 6 races.
Hey, let's get into some entertainment news now because we have a holiday-themed podcast, a high-flying action flick, and of course, it wouldn't be an entertainment without some Taylor Swift news. So here's David Daniel with your Hollywood Minute.
Cherry lips, crystal skies, I could show you incredible things.
Taylor Swift has outdone herself yet again. 1989 Taylor's version tops the Billboard 200 with her best first-week tally for an album ever. Billboard says it's the biggest first week for any album since another disc named for a number, Adele's 25, nearly 8 years ago.
$500 million in gold is on its way to a terrorist cell.
And the gold needs to disappear.
What's your plan? We gotta steal it mid-flight, 40,000 feet in the air.
We're taking the plane, the whole plane?
It's kind of hard to take half a plane.
Kevin Hart's Cyrus Whitaker leads a criminal crew forced by an Interpol agent played by Gugu Mbatha-Raw to pull off a mid-air heist in Lift. Netflix just released the first trailer for the action thriller, which lands on the streaming service January 12th.
I am now court-ordered to host my very own late-night talk show.
Deck the halls and brace for 'Tis the Grinch holiday talk show. Saturday Night Live's James Austin Johnson channels Dr. Seuss's green, grumpy Christmas curmudgeon for the Wondery podcast, which debuts today. Hanging with the Who's down in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
All right, looking forward to that. Coming up, new canine units in Dewey Beach when officers say those patrol pals will be ready to protect.
And a quiet Monday morning weather-wise, Dry Tech Cam, Ocean City looking good right now, good visibility. We're looking at roller coaster temperatures this week with a chance of rain Friday into a part of the weekend. I'll have the details after the break.
Have you just inherited a home or property and are feeling overwhelmed? First of all, secure what's now become yours against weather, theft, and trespassers. Keep it maintained or you could face costly repairs and fines. Keep up with the mortgage and taxes or face foreclosure. And before you sell, if that's an option, be sure to contact a professional homebuyer. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Get in gear with Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
It's Free Truck Fridays, your ticket to a new 2023 Ford Ranger thanks to Pohanka Ford of Salisbury. Stay tuned to Big D and Bubba all week as they reveal the Free Truck Friday song.
Then listen to April and me to play the song. Be caller 10 and you might be parking a new 2023 Ford Ranger in your driveway.
Drive over to coastcountry.com for all the details.
Coast Country's Free Truck Fridays with Pohanka Ford of Salisbury,
where your drive to work
could upgrade your ride home.
Coastal Delmarva has so much going on.
Food, friends, fun, and more.
Why don't we just show you?
Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV. Delmarva Home Show. Explore the hidden house gems here on the peninsula. Exciting tours of stunning homes, charming cottages, and luxurious beachfront properties. Designer ideas and insider tips to help inspire your home decor. Discover the best of Delmarva's architecture and interior design. A showcase of the most unique and beautiful homes on Delmarva. Start your tour Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WBOC.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
It's now 5:43 on your Monday. That is a live look at Laurel and our Tyndall's Casual Furniture. You know, we see a lot of lights from cars, buildings.
Yeah.
When do you think we'll start to see Christmas lights?
Oh, you with that. Well,
our
you know, I've been
live.
seeing Christmas decorations at the outlets. They have garland up. They have wreaths up. I think I even saw a tree up page. So every time I see that, when I see that in November, I think of you because you are one of those way too early Christmas folks.
Thank you.
Millsboro has the candy canes and the Christmas trees up on the light posts.
That's cute.
And that was already a few days ago. So here we go.
I support it.
Tis the season.
Tis the season, Bob.
Oh, Matt's a little, little grumpy.
Yes.
A lot grumpy. Well, it's a little early, but, I guess mid to late November around Thanksgiving, that's about the time. Seems like everybody gets in the holiday mood. And our temperatures are, well, they're kind of feeling holiday-ish, I suppose. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. Get your phone in camera mode and then hold it up, and you will get the app showing you these roller coaster temperatures. Our average high now is lower 60s, around 62. We'll be above that today, 64. In fact, we're above that all week, but we go up and down this week. 74 tomorrow, and then it cools down again on Wednesday to 63, and then it warms up again on Thursday up to 75, and then it cools down big time on Friday. 58, could be a cold rain by that time. Now, of course, last week we had that killing frost and freeze, but now we could put the plants outside for several days. In fact, we're in good shape right through the rest of the week. It looks like the next chance of seeing that frost or freeze would be coming on Sunday and Monday morning, especially on Sunday morning. But then on Monday morning, there's still a chance of a frost possible there. So a long period of time, you can leave the plants outside. Temperatures in the 40s and low 50s out the door this morning. So make sure you have that heavier coat. And we've got a light northeast breeze and some mid to high level clouds that are moving through, not producing anything in the way of precipitation. You can see them stretching from Jersey through Delmarva and parts of Virginia as well. But we are seeing some breaks behind this overcast. So that'll be the weather theme of the day. Sun and clouds with high pressure building in, and it's still pretty nice back into the Ohio Valley as well. Here's Futurecast this morning, warming through the 40s and 50s. By 9 a.m., it's into the upper 50s, close to 60 in Selbyville, and 50s along the beaches. By noon, 64 Millsboro, Delmar 66. So maybe take lunch outside and wear a heavier jacket. 60 around Dewey Beach. Then I think we could see more clouds spreading in a little bit later on this afternoon with those temperatures into the mid-60s, and then a few more of those clouds this evening. And then overnight, the wind shift to the south. And with that wind shift and plus the clouds, that'll keep our temperatures a little milder into Tuesday morning, only into the 50s. And then that sets us up for a mild Tuesday, where I think we're looking at highs into the middle to perhaps upper 70s. And then here's Tuesday evening. We've got a cold front coming through in the evening hours. That will shift the winds to the northwest, and then the temperatures go down again as we go into Wednesday. Now, as far as the winds this morning, they're out of the east, but then they'll shift to the south, and then we'll start to see that warm up overnight on into Tuesday. As we shift those winds to the southwest, they get a little gusty, over 20 miles per hour on your Tuesday, but then they shift to the northwest again as we see that next cold front moving in on Wednesday. Now, we do have a chance of some late week rain. Here's Thursday afternoon. You can see some of those showers west and north of us. It's possible we could see a little bit of activity Thursday night, and then Friday, we are looking at the possibility of some showers, clouds on Saturday, and you can see a system that's getting close to us on Saturday with maybe a cold rain. The models are kind of all over the place with this system, but could look a little unsettled Friday into the weekend with more of that rain offshore by Sunday. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 64 today with a mix of sun and clouds, up to 74 on Tuesday. You see those overnight lows are a little milder than they have been in the 40s and 50s. Back down to 63 Wednesday, back up to 75 on Thursday, and then back down to 58 on Friday. That's when we have a chance of a colder rain. That could linger into Sunday, 59. And it does turn colder by Sunday morning, down to 35, and only 55 by Sunday, mostly sunny.
All right, Bob, thank you. The Delaware State Fire Marshal is reminding you, check your batteries and your smoke detectors. Just test them. Make sure that they are working. The state says Delaware has had 11 fire deaths this year. 8 of those who died did not have working smoke detectors in their homes.
Dewey Beach Police Department there, they have a pair of new answers to the question, who's a good dog? The K-9 unit has added a pair of new crime-fighting pups to the force. Corporal Curtin is now paired up with 16-month-old Smoke, who's a Malahide dog, and in the next couple of weeks, you'll start to see PFC Epke on the streets with his new partner, Jasper. At the moment, Jasper is still in training, but the expectation is that he will soon be on the prowl.
Looking forward to seeing them right after the break on CoastTV News today. From out of options to completely cancer-free, how this first-of-a-kind life-saving transplant is giving cancer patients hope of a better life.
And we're looking at up and down temperatures this week with rain possible Friday into a part of the weekend. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Need help giving a gift? Make your loved ones feel special. Celebrate their birthday. Congratulate a colleague's achievement by sending them a shout out through Delmarva Life Occasions. All for free on delmarvalife.com. Upload a picture with a message about the special celebration. Delmarva Life Occasions is brought to you free by Island Creamery, found in Chincoteague, Salisbury, and Berlin.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got to
They targeted doctors in Syria.
Trauma OR is a place for bold action.
You're a very talented doctor, but also a reckless one. I don't trust you.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
You don't give up.
Not even a hurricane could move me.
Transplant, Thursday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Lung cancer tops the list of cancer-related deaths in the United States, surpassing colon, breast, and prostate cancer deaths combined. For patients diagnosed late, survival is slim.
Yeah, now a new groundbreaking double lung transplant, though. It's giving patients without hope of becoming completely cancer-free. Marty Salt shows us how this new option is giving hope to 2 cancer patients who used to have none.
I coughed a huge mucus twice, and there was blood in there.
There was no hope for my life.
Time was running out for Albert Khoury and Tanaz Ameli, both diagnosed with late-stage lung cancer.
They gave me like 3 months.
Out of options and out of time until...
In selected patients who have metastasis or cancer only located to the lung and they have failed all the conventional treatments, we think we can provide a new treatment for those patients.
Traditionally, only one lung could be transplanted at a time. Now, Northwestern medicine surgeons have performed the first 2 double lung transplants for cancer patients. This new approach places the patient on a heart-lung bypass. Both cancer-filled lungs and lymph nodes are removed. The airways and the chest cavity are cleaned. Surgeons have to be extremely careful not to let a single cell spill into the patient's bloodstream or chest cavity.
We are now able to carefully remove the cancer-ridden lungs without causing metastasis or escape of these cancer cells.
The 2 donor lungs are then transplanted.
So after the surgery, my surgeon told me that I'm cancer-free.
Nearly 2 years after their transplants, both Tanaz and Albert are cancer-free.
Happy birthday to you.
From hopeless and going into hospice to having a whole new life.
And this is a message for everybody who have cancer. Just stay strong.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
Surgeons at Northwestern Medicine Center first performed double lung transplants on COVID-19 patients. Post-transplant survival at 1 year was above 95%. So it's important to note that the double lung transplant is only for people who have lung cancer confined to the lungs.
All right, it's now 5:53 this morning. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique.
And Paige, today's pets are the best of friends. Look at these buddies here.
Aww.
On your screen right now, we got Toby and Manny. Toby is the tan and white dog, and Manny is the black and white dog. They love to go for golf cart rides, rock out while the humans play on the drums. Toby watches our newscast every morning to help him prepare for his day of being the cutest dog in the house.
Ooh.
Toby and Manny were sent to us by Drew and Amy. These are just great pictures. I love them.
I love their little sweaters. Maybe they watch Bob and they know, oh, it might be a little chilly. I should put a sweater on. Yeah, all right. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Just keep sending us those adorable photos and telling us what makes them so special.
Right. You can email us at content@coasttvnews.com. Then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
All right. It is almost 5:55 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, we're loving the stretch of early November weather, Bob.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, especially this past weekend, how awesome was that? We had temperatures into the 70s. Won't be seeing 70s today. It does cool down, but we'll see 70s again tomorrow and during the course of the week. Here's your day part forecast. Make sure you have that jacket out the door. Don't need the ice scraper. That's good, as we have temperatures in the 40s with the northeast wind, and then warming through the 50s and then into the 60s today. So not as warm as this weekend, but that said, still mid-60s as we go into the afternoon. Wind shifting to the south and east. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We do start to warm it up tonight. The low of 51 up to 74 on Tuesday. Here comes our roller coaster ride, and then back to 63 on Wednesday. Then we warm it up to 75 on Thursday. And then Friday, there is a rain chance, and it does turn colder into the upper 50s. Maybe some of that rain lingering into Saturday. Right now, Sunday looks drier, but it's noticeably colder from the weekend into the beginning of the following week, with highs in the 50s and overnight lows looking frosty again into the mid-30s, maybe even low 30s at times.
All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, Millsboro marijuana. We look at the next step in the town's effort to ban the recreational use of the drug. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.